ever end? If yes, then when? Certainly, I'm talking about being stuck in between these four walls with almost no purpose ahead. But the culprit here is COVID 19, as we all know. The pandemic has affected almost every walk of life. But today, we are here to discuss its effect on the media industry. With me today, I have a renowned scholar and academician, Professor Yaya Kamalipour. Let me take you through his brief profile. Dr. Kamalipour is a full professor and former chair of the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication at North Carolina A&T State University. Prior to joining A&T in August 2014, he served as the head of Department of Communication and Creative Arts and is founding director of the Center of Global Studies at Purdue University, Northwest Indiana. He has traveled to 67 countries, delivered invited speech in every continent, and has 18 published books. Welcome, Professor Kamalipour. So, my first question for you is, do you think novel coronavirus is creating both opportunities and challenges for the media industry?
When it comes to challenges and opportunities regarding the coronavirus, first of all, the virus was unanticipated, so nobody was prepared. Nobody could do crisis control. Nobody had a plan. Therefore, the challenges and opportunities which are presented to us are unique and were not anticipated either. I mean, now in the entire world, people have to keep their distance. Families have to keep their distance. Most of us are confined to our homes. Relationships are no longer as before. Universities are closed. Students are stranded. The institutions were not ready to face these challenges, the challenges of teaching online or virtual learning. Faculty did not have the preparation. The students did not have the preparation. Universities did not have the technology and the know-how to deal with this challenge. So we were confronted with all these various unprecedented issues without having any plan. But as it is, challenges produce opportunities, and some of the opportunities presented by this virus are that universities and schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools will become more proficient in using the technology to offer courses online. I think one of the opportunities is that virtual learning, online learning will be enhanced around the world. Now, some of the challenges faced by students are, for instance, the universities are closed, and there are students who are dependent on financial aid, who used to live in dormitories. Now they are stranded or they have lost their jobs. So they face many challenges. As usual, those who are at the bottom of the economic status suffer the most. And also, in the process, we are using various platforms like Blackboard, Zoom, Skype, and so forth to teach our courses. So consequently, the companies that own these platforms are benefiting greatly. For instance, the stock price for Zoom has doubled. So there are many losers and few gainers in the process.
Thank you so much. Giving the basis of my first question, with this boom in the number of global viewership, how can customers avoid and validate coronavirus fake news?
Another issue that we are facing is that because we are confined to our homes, we consume more media than ever before. And especially the social media. And one of the problems presented in this situation is that there are a lot of fake news spread through the media. There are those who take advantage of this problem, the COVID-19, and offer solutions or offer products online which are not tested, and not only that, they are harmful to the people. So there has to be one of the responsibilities of the universities is to educate public and so they become literate or media literate when it comes to consuming media contents.
A very critical question now. What do you think will be the implication on the media firm once the world passes through this pandemic?
Now, when it comes to the mass media and their future, that's an open-ended question. As we know, all media have been in transition, and the COVID-19 will change the media and social media forever. In fact, our entire world has been turned upside down, and the future will be different than the past, that's for sure. The process of merging the old media, traditional media, onto the internet and popularity of media will be increased. As you know, the majority of students, college students, high school students, and younger, they are born into what we call the digital age, and they are quite expert in using the new technologies. I often wonder what would we have done without the internet, without Skype, without Zoom, without WeChat, without these various platforms and communication, global communication channels that we use on daily basis to keep in touch with our friends and families around the world. So that's a plus. That's I'm happy that the new technologies have proven to be extremely helpful in this terrible situation. And so the media will become digital. The newspapers, I think the print copy will probably go away in sooner than later, and the interaction between people around the world will be more digital than ever before. And again, when it comes to coronavirus, since we were not prepared for it and there are no vaccines, there are no medications, we have to follow the standard procedures and precautions in order to prevent this disease, and those who are infected should keep their distance and avoid infecting other people. So we are all in this dilemma together. We are all learning together. Who could anticipate that at some point we will all be scattered around the world and confined to our homes, wouldn't be able to hug, to kiss, to shake hands, and so forth. It's unimaginable. So when it comes to interpersonal relations, I think one of the changes will be that probably we will, or most of us, will not shake hands. And I think the best solution to this is what is done in India, Namaste, and then this would become a global form of greeting. Very safe, and you have no contact with other people. So what bothers me is that the coronavirus has really created boundaries between us, and hopefully we will overcome these boundaries and will become more creative. We will learn from this disaster. As it is the case, usually challenges produce difficulties, produce opportunities, and we are forced to be creative. As people are staying in their homes, they are engaging in various activities, arts, learning, teaching, reading, sharing, and producing videos, music videos. We just recently had a global citizen kind of event on television networks. So these are all new ideas, and it's all up to our imagination as to what will happen. Another outcome, important outcome, this virus is that it has illustrated clearly that we are all interconnected. We all live in one world. It's not a multipolar, it's not a bipolar, it's a one world. We all belong to this, and when something happens in one part of the world, we are all impacted by it. And this virus, which started in Wuhan, China, and now is present in practically every country in the world, is an illustration of that. And also it illustrates that how helpless we are as human beings, despite all of the technologies, despite the educational systems, knowledge, information, scientists, physicians, researchers. We have been unable to deal effectively with this destructive virus. So this is a great lesson, and hopefully we will lesson from it, and we will focus on creating a better future.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. We truly value your support. And I would also like to thank all of you for watching this video.